going to talk to you about something that, you know, most people don't realize that besides being a fine jewelry store, we have a lot of different services in our store. One of those services that we buy gold and silver, scrap, broken chains, and earrings and parts. We also can trade it, but we also buy coins. I've been buying coins since I was a little kid, and a lot of them I still have to this day. As a matter of fact, if you stick around, I'm going to show you something that I just found today. It was pretty cool. But I have a very special birthday coming up, and I've decided it's time for me to start to give back to the community and give back to the people and sell some of these things that I've accumulated over the years. I also get things in all the time. Like, people sell things like this, like these different coins, and some people are selling them because they need money, and other people want to buy them because they want to save them. And I would definitely say that gold and silver is a good investment, especially in the state of an economy when we're not sure of how the stock market's going to go or different things are going to go. It's always good to have a little bit of hard cash, hard money. So I just thought, all right, so you see silver, most of the silver is, by the way, if you bring something into us, I'll give you a free estimate. I'll tell you, this is a CC. See on the back? Right here between the feathers, it says CC. It doesn't on this coin, I don't think, Caroline, but I'm just using it as an example. So if it said CC, that would mean Carson City. And if it was a Carson City, it would mean it's worth $200, $300, $400. So I would say it's worth a lot. I'll call you and find out how much exactly it's worth. You should keep it, hand it down, or if you want more money, I'm going to give you more money for that one. I'm going to be as fair as humanly possible. I promise there won't be anybody that'll be able to beat my price. I will give them the best price humanly available. All right. I look up the gold price and the silver price constantly every single day, and I give people as much as I can. But we have we do free estimates. We also do free evaluations, and we have a discreet suburban location. You can bring in your items for a private consultation. So by doing that, it should give you a little bit of comfort. I don't buy from people I do not feel are honorable people. I was in the military. I was an honor guard for the White House for President Reagan. And if you didn't know that, well, you know it now. But I was taught jewelry making growing up, and I got into the jewelry field, and now here we are today, 35 years later. But almost all the stuff that I buy, if somebody comes in that I'm not comfortable with, I just tell them I'm not buying today or I don't have any money. But I do buy and I sell. So I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a few things. Some of the things that we sell, look at this. This is just something quick. I'm going to go back to this. But these are 10-ounce bars. 10-ounce bars of silver, completely sealed. Somebody calls me up and says, I want to get some bars, one for each grandchild, whatever, So if this bar, it's $23 an ounce right now, so something like this might be 10 ounces is $230. So it might cost about $250 with the, with the premium they put on it. But that's giving you an idea for something this big for a bar. We have some more sizes. I'm going to show you those in a minute. But this is what I wanted to show you that I thought was cool. Just so you know, I started when I was a kid. My dad would come home from work every once in a while. I have 8 brothers and sisters. I'm the youngest of 9 children. And my dad would bring a roll of pennies home. And at one point, he had gotten me a penny book. And he'd bring this roll of pennies home, and it was a time that I got to spend with my dad. He's no longer here. But it was so fun opening that roll of pennies. Oh, we found a wheat penny. And a wheat penny has the wheat design on the back, and we'd see if it fit in the book. And it was so fun to find, oh, we got another one in the book, and I'd always look forward to the next time he brought in pennies. So I buy wheat pennies. In other words, it doesn't just have to be silver. If you bring in silver, it's from 1964 or older. That's what 90% silver is on coins. So if it's after 1964, they're not silver. Half dollars are clad. Clad meaning they're 40% from 1965 to 1970. I'll give you all this information when you come in and show it to you, and you can look it up. The gold coins are also 90% pure gold. This one is a 1928. Imagine that. It's just about 100 years old. All right, so let me show you something. I bought this bag. I bought this bag. I remember buying it, but it was pennies. Now, I haven't gone through it. I really, truly haven't gone through it, and I don't know which is which and what's what. But this is just so many of, I just happened to come across this when I wanted to do this video today. But then I saw these nickels, and this is kind of neat because some of these are the World War II nickels. That means, see, it has the initial above the building right here, and that means this is a silver nickel. There's also buffalo nickels in here. And my note says I purchased this April 30th, 2010. 2010, right there. So 13 years ago, I bought these, and they've been sitting, and I thought, you know what? Somebody wants to start a coin collection, start something with their children. They have nickels and dimes and pennies and half dollars and things they want to sell. They can sell. I'll give you a good example. This $5 roll of Roosevelt dimes that are 1964 or older. It says Roosevelt on it right there. This $5 you can get up to, if they're just worn with just nothing special, just they're worn silver dime, this is worth $100. Not $5. It's worth $100. Can you imagine bringing one little roll of dimes that are 1964 or older and getting $100? That's basically 20 to 1. So if the dime is 10 cents, you would get $2. That's a pretty darn good return on investment over time, okay? So I did say that we buy other things, and here's a good example of some of the other things that we buy. People come in all the time and sell old gold. Some people will sell a setting like this. This is a clatter setting, and we took the center stone out and set it into an engagement ring. And then somebody else wanted to have all the diamonds taken out of this heart and put into a diamond band. So we're always taking things apart and making them into new things. And then they sell the gold to reduce the price, or they come in and just say, you know, I inherited this from my mom and I just want to get rid of it. I don't like yellow gold. I like white gold. So they sell it, and we pay them typically right away. So the one thing that I had said earlier is that we have a discrete suburban location. And that's, you know, you don't have to worry. You can make an appointment, call the store, and we can meet in private in my office. We definitely can give you privacy, so you don't have to worry about it. Now, here's some of the different things that we sell that I had mentioned earlier. We'll sell the same thing, these dimes, you know. This is a 10-ounce bar. This is the old style 10-ounce bar. It says right here, 10 ounces. This is the new style 10-ounce bar, right? It's thinner, but it's bigger. But these bars right here are 1 ounce. And that is cool. This is a falcon. How cool is that? He's holding it in his glove, falcon. It's upside down because he's holding it like that. And then there's a rose, and then a smaller rose. So this is 1 ounce. This is a ½ ounce. This is a ½ ounce ingot. And then the traditional silver dollars. All right, so we sell pretty much anything somebody wants. Of course, you know that for 34 years we've been selling really nice, fine jewelry. And a lot of people don't know about this end of it because we are discreet about it. I don't want to be like a pawn shop. I am not a pawn shop. But the good thing about stuff like this is I can pick through the metal, cut out the pure metal, and cast that into new pieces that we make, which reduces the price so we can offer a better price to our customers. So if you know anybody that needs some money and they've got some old coins, I'm happy to give them a free evaluation, a free estimate, and at least they'd know in case of an emergency what they would get. If you know some friends that you want to refer this to, please forward this message to them and let them know. I'm happy to talk to anybody. I have gone to people's homes, but I need to know who you are first because I don't, safety wise and everything else. So that's about all. Let me see if there's anything else on here. I did want to mention something that, I mentioned that I collected pennies when I was a kid. And what I did is, when I was in 4th grade, I had a paper route. I wanted a bike, and my dad said, great, get a job. And with 9 kids, that was the attitude. It was get a job. So I got a job, and when I would raise enough money, I would go to the local coin shop and I would buy pennies and to go in my book and dimes and things like that. The first gold coin I ever bought was a quarter eagle, which is right here. It's a $2.50 gold piece. It was like this, but it was from 1920. And the reason why I bought it at the year 1920 was because my dad was born in 1920. So it was very sentimental to me because he's the one that started me on this journey. All right. But that being said, on my paper route, there was a guy that had a barn and he had a big barrel of pennies and you could go through them. And he charged 5 cents a piece for them. You could pick whatever ones you wanted. Now they're copper. So from 1958 and older, the pennies are copper. They are worth more than the pennies are right now. So it used to be the pennies were 95% copper, 5% zinc. Now I'm pretty sure it's like 90 or 95% zinc and 5% copper. It's just a plating of copper. All right. So the old pennies are actually worth more, at least 2 or 3 cents, double or triple. So if you have any that are 1958 or older, they started it in 1909. The rarest, one of the rarest coins is a 1909 S. The S would be underneath, and if you turn the coin upside down on the back, it says VDB. All right, if you can find an SVDB, it's worth about $200 or $300. It's really sometimes even more than that. If it's in good condition, it can be worth thousands. So that's why I said I'm happy to look at different things. If you brought me in 1,000 pennies, I don't know if I can give you an evaluation on 1,000 pennies. You might have to divide them out by years, meaning these were all 1940s, 1930s, 1920s, and then I can look at them and give you an idea. But you got to help me with some of it. I can't. It will take me forever. Sometimes people bring in a heck of a lot. So I think that's about it. I'm looking over to see if there was anything else I wanted to share with you today. But I think that's it. We're at Quinn's Goldsmith. We're located in Woodbridge, Virginia. And all the information should be on the bottom of the page. Is that right?
In the description.
The description. Great. Thank you. We typically can pay right away. Many times we can pay the same day. It depends on how much you bring, or whether we have time. Because if it's something like this, we have to go through it and see what's 18 karat, 14 karat, 10 karat, and not real. And then once we find out what's what, then we can figure it all out. But that sometimes takes a little bit more time. If you just have a few, then it can be pretty quick. So let me know if I can help in any way. Happy to help. Bye.